Hello, welcome to the Mark Janard Show, the cybersecurity show. In this video, I'm going to talk about how you can increase your internet speed for free. But before I do that, please take a moment to hit the subscribe button and the like button. So without further ado, let's get right into it. We're going dark. So speeding up your internet doesn't have to cost you a dime, right? So what I'm going to talk to you about is some tried and true tactics for getting your browser to run faster that don't call for upgrading to a more expensive plan or investing in fancier equipment so you can keep your cheap dollars. Just kidding. So number one, clear your cache and cookies. If you don't remember the last time you cleared your cache and cookies, it's probably time to do so. If it's not cleared regularly, your cache can store a huge amount of data, which will slow your internet browser down significantly. Right? Deleting your browser's cache and cookies may speed up your connection, but it will also help ensure you see the latest versions of the websites you visit. When older data is stored in your cache and cookies, it sometimes prevents newer site updates from loading. So that's very important. Make sure you keep that in mind. Number two, restart your modem or router, right? Restart your modem or your router. So if you were plugged in all day, every day, you'd be tired too, right? No difference here, right? That's what happens when your modem and router sometimes, they just need a bit of a reset in the form of unplugging and plugging to get back up to their normal speeds. Restarting your modem and router will also effectively clear out any tasks that, have stalled. So unplug the power cords from your router and modem to restart them. Don't press any buttons that say reset because this may reset your devices to factory settings. Wait at least 30 seconds, then plug in your modem. Wait at least 2 minutes, before plugging in the router, and then give your devices up to 10 minutes to fully reconnect. Next, we have move your router, right? Because, where it's currently is, it may be dusty, right? It may be dusty. Just kidding, right? So your router's location within your home or business can impact how fast your internet speed is. For example, if your router is up against a thick wall instead of in an open centralized spot, your internet speed will likely suffer. Your router's signal won't be able to travel as quickly or efficiently when it's obstructed. Okay. To avoid slow internet speeds, don't put your router within 10 feet of microwaves, baby monitors, and or other devices that use radio waves. Okay. You want to make sure that it's the only one that's out here. You want to make sure it's the only one that's out here, right? Also, you want to keep in mind to, if it's against thick walls or in corners or on the floor, right? You want to make sure that you avoid those kinds of points. Next, use a wired connection. Your internet data will always travel faster over an Ethernet connection versus Wi-Fi. Wireless connections are fast enough to, for casual internet users and even a night in with Netflix, right? But if you want to minimize lag on your gaming console or stop that buffer wheel from interrupting your Zoom calls, your team calls, or whatever video conferencing platform you're using, you'll want to use an Ethernet connection. Simply connect the Ethernet cable to the local area network, also known as LAN ports, on the router and your device. All that's left to do is hide the cord. Next, move your router antennas. Your router antennas help distribute your Wi-Fi signal. If the antennas aren't, positioned properly, your signal could be disrupted or less powerful, thus slowing your internet down. If your router needs to provide internet connection for both downstairs and upstairs in your home, for example, try turning the antennas at a slight angle. If you only need to use the internet on a single floor, point all of your antennas vertically for stronger coverage. Okay, so which one do you guys like so far in this list? Please let me know in the comment section below. Or which ones do you think is outdated and trash? Which selection is trash? Let me know in the comment section below. Next, update your router's firmware. Firmware helps protect your internet connection from being affected by malicious activity and hackers. When your internet connection is slow, it might be because your router's firmware is out of date. You can update your router's firmware yourself by downloading the latest firmware from your router's manufacturer and uploading them to your router, right? That's just a matter of calling your ISP or MSP, whatever you call it, and letting them know, hey, my router's old. Is the firmware new? Is it new? So remember to restart your router once you've updated your firmware to make sure the changes go into effect. Next, we have disconnect any unnecessary devices. Your Wi-Fi plan likely has a maximum recommended amount of devices that shouldn't, maximum recommended amount of devices that should be connected. The higher your plan's maximum speed is, the more devices you can connect without impacting your internet's performance. Your internet might be slow because you have too many devices connected to your network at the same time. It's kind of like that overload, right? Overload. Disconnect any devices you're not currently using or don't regularly use to see whether it makes a difference, right? Don't regularly use it to see, oh, it works now, it works, it's faster now, it's faster. So you should also disconnect any devices you don't recognize, as these could be unwanted guests who are using your Wi-Fi connection. Next, we have close any unnecessary apps or windows. Leaving unnecessary apps, tabs, or browser windows open can take up your device's memory, right? This means it may take longer for web pages to load, and your device may run more slowly. For instance, if you have more than 20 tabs open on your Google Chrome browser, chances are it will take longer for things to load than if you only had one tab open. Closing out any tabs you're no longer using, and closing Google Chrome and opening it again will help you connect more quickly and efficiently. I'm giving you guys them nuggets. I'm giving you guys them nuggets, right? I'm giving you guys them nuggets. So next, switch to a different Wi-Fi frequency band, right? Most modern routers support two frequency bands. You have the 2.4 gigahertz and the 5 gigahertz. The 2.4 gigahertz band is slower than the 5 gigahertz band, but its signals can reach further. The 5 gigahertz is faster, but its signals don't extend as far. If you're experiencing a slow connection, try switching between them, right? Try switching to other bands or band to see whether you experience a difference. For example, switching to the 5 gigahertz band and sitting closer to the router may help you see a boost in speed. And lastly, we have switched to a different web browser. Some browsers load web pages more quickly than others, depending on how they were coded. Loading certain web pages and videos might be faster on one browser than another. When your browser is underperforming, it may mean that its coding doesn't align well with the websites you visit. And that's okay. There are plenty of other free browser options that you can try out to see if your internet loads faster, such as, you have the popular Google Chrome, you have Opera. How many guys know about Opera? Then you have the Firefox, and Brave. So that's what I have for you today. Please take a moment to hit the subscribe button and the like button. Please take a moment to hit the subscribe button and the like button. I appreciate your viewership. Stay safe. See you on the next video.